Hey everyone, welcome to Tea Time with Tea. It's Tea here again. As you'll notice, I'm in a new location. I've got a couple of great aunts that live across the road from me, and they have this beautiful gazebo with this super comfy, lawn furniture. And I'm like, hey, can I come over and record a couple of videos? And they're like, yeah, sure. So here I am, and it is beautiful out here. I do have a couple of bees kind of hovering, but they've been doing that for a couple of days. It'll be warm, then cold, and warm, then cold. Arkansas weather, just saying. But today is the ABC series, and we're on the letter I. And we have 3 touching points. 2 of them go hand in hand, and the other one is, just starts with an I. Intelligence and ignorance, and then independence. And that is my cell phone. I'm not going to answer it, even though it is a text message, but it may ding through the video. So just ignore it. Pretend like it's not there. And this is what you look like when you just wake up and realize you forgot to take off your makeup yesterday and haven't washed your face yet. Because, I don't want to keep y'all waiting. So, y'all get this. But back onto the ABC series. Intelligence / ignorance. You can be intelligent about so many different things, but still be ignorant to a point. When you're not willing to learn or, do some research and find out truth facts, then I believe that is true ignorance. And even, you don't measure someone else's intelligence by what you know, because you're not perfect. And that is one of the hardest things to do. I cannot stand talking to people who think they are better than other people because they are superiorly intelligent. You know what? Go fuck yourself. You're not better than anyone. I don't care what you know or what you think you know, but just because you can make, perfect grades, or you are a rocket scientist or whatever, doesn't make you better than somebody who's a little slower on the book learning or whatnot. So intelligence does matter. You need to use your intelligence to the best of your ability. Not everybody's intelligence level is the same. Because, I can talk to some people and I'm like, they're dumber than a box of rocks. But that's part because of ignorance. Because they think whatever they know is the absolute end all to end all. And that's not the way it works. I mean, everybody's going to have their own opinion, their own whatnot of whatever the topic is. But if you're not willing to listen to someone else's side, view, opinion, whatnot, then, you're being ignorant, because there's always an opportunity to learn something new. And when you think you know fucking everything, then, you're ignorant, because you don't, because you can never know everything. No human brain is able to hold absolute every drop of knowledge in the world. Not going to happen. So get off your high horse, humble yourself, and learn something new. Because even this slightly less intelligent person can teach you something. They can teach you humility. They can teach you morals. It's not all about, water's made up of 2 hydrogens and an oxygen or whatever. It's not all about book smarts. It's about bettering yourself, learning something you didn't know. And that kind of intelligence is awesome. So everybody, I feel, needs to learn something new every day. I learn something new every day. It may not be important to other people, but, it's important to me. I may learn a new crochet stitch. Sorry, I can't talk today for some reason. Or I may learn how to cook something differently. Or I may learn how to grind my own coffee beans, which, is not rocket science, but I'd never done it before up until last week. But, there's always room for improvement, and there's always room to increase your intelligence in every area. So don't be closed-minded. Keep an open mind and soak up all the knowledge that's around you, because everybody has knowledge that they can share with you. Maybe something you already know, but 9 times out of 10, it's something new, because no two people think exactly alike. And the other one for I is independence. That doesn't mean that you don't have to have anybody in your life. But being independent means that you can find happiness within yourself. Because that's where true happiness starts, is internally, with you. If you can't find it in yourself, then how do you expect anybody else to make you happy? But independence means, you don't have to rely on somebody else for your happiness. You don't have to rely on somebody else to wash your dishes or your clothes or, whatever. You don't have to rely on somebody else to, cook your meals, buy your groceries. Now there are people out there that have to be dependent on somebody to do that. And that's not a bad thing. Most elderly people have to depend on somebody. And that's fine, because they had people depend on them their whole lives. So now they are needing the shoe to be on the other foot. And you should never balk at trying to help somebody who is dependent, whether it be physically, mentally. Now, laziness, that's another thing. If they're fully capable of doing that shit themselves, then they need to do it. But if, they need the help, it's not going to kill you to be nice and help somebody. Matter of fact, it'll probably make that person's day. And don't make them feel like shit about it, because losing your independence is hard. When I was in the car wreck, I was bedridden for a month. I spent a week in the ICU, and then 3 weeks, regular bedridden, and then another 2 months on the rehab floor, trying to learn to walk again. When you go from being able to do absolutely fucking anything that you want to do on your own, to having to have somebody wipe your ass or roll you in bed or wash your hair, it's fucking humiliating. You have to eat a lot of damn pride, and it's not fun. But you can get through it, and you can help somebody get through something like that if it happens in your life, by not making them feel even worse about it. Swallowing your pride and asking for help when you're a strong, independent person is one of the hardest tasks I've had to face to date. It was humiliating. I felt worthless. I was like, why didn't I just die in the wreck? If I have to have somebody wipe my ass for me, that is embarrassing. And I can understand how elderly people feel when they start losing their mobility and having to have to depend on other people. Because even to this day, I can wipe my own ass now, but I have things I can't do that I have to ask for help. But it doesn't mean I'm not independent. I can swallow my pride and say, hey, I really need help with this. And as long as somebody doesn't make me feel like a total, loser or leech, I'm okay with that. They do, I'm calling them out on that shit, because I don't ask for help unless I need it. But those are a couple of I topics. And next week, we will tackle J, which are a lot in the J. So that may end up being 2 videos. And if you have topic suggestions, leave a comment down below or shoot over to Facebook. The Facebook link is in the details below. And as always, remember, be good to others, but especially be good to you. See you next time.